Our final stop for the day is the historic Hat Creek Ranch just outside of Cache Creek.
Yeah.
These fine young gentlemen are the builders of the historic Hat Creek Ranch. This is Hans's first time on a horse, kind of, on a saddle. It's not a bad deal. It only costs $12 to come in here. And that includes your stagecoach ride. Hello, little donkey. What's shaking? We have come across some cowboys. Hans is from the Czech Republic. You're his first cowboys.
Wow.
She's going to teach you all about Western stuff. This is our guide. What's your name?
Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Hello.
This is the dining room here. Oh, nice piano.
From England.
The china is 150 years old, and it belonged to the actual Maclean family who founded this. It was brought in from England. Back in the day, they didn't have bubble wrap, so instead they packaged it up with molasses. This was the old bar. This is where people would gamble and play cards and get drunk. Only the men were allowed to get drunk in here. The women apparently weren't allowed in. The cards didn't have numbers on them because people couldn't read back then, but they could kind of count the symbols. The floor is original. It's from 1861. This here is a scale for your luggage. You had to weigh your luggage before you got onto the stagecoach. This is how the old people would shave. Oh, that was for the teachers?
Yes, who else?
Did wives use that to keep their husbands disciplined as well? They had this, what is it a mixture
A
of?
mixture of opium and whiskey.
And that's for pain?
Painkiller.
Yeah, that ought to get rid of any pain. The chickens are apparently not allowed in here. Out, chickens. This is one of the original Walkmans. They're a little heavy to carry around, that's why they changed the format. These are the hotel rooms. The wallpaper is from 1901, and they actually put it on fabric so that it doesn't fall apart like this cheap stuff from the 18th century. Now those are some old hangers. This was the most expensive wing. It cost $2 to stay in this one.
If you tell them
Okay,
all the
she
ghost
just said that it
stories.
was supposed to be haunted. Really?
Supposedly.
Okay, what kind of ghosts are there? Like, do they hear chains and stuff at night, or?
Well, there's a Chinese cook that is supposed to haunt the house and the little girl, because at one point they found the body of the girl under the stairs. They blamed the Chinese cook. Whether he was guilty or not, we don't know, but he ended up hanging himself because he would have probably got hung anyways, because he was Chinese and she was white, so both of them are supposed to be haunting this place.
Now that is an old stove. That's a wood stove, right?
Well,
You have to put wood in it?
started out as a wood stove. It was electrified later.
Oh, okay.
It was originally it was a wood stove.
That is one of the original light bulbs. It is 73 years old and still working. Why can't we build them like that anymore? The cooks were all Chinese back then, but they didn't make Chinese food like they do now. They had to make all Western food. So this is a little cabin where Donald Maclean lived with his family. This is Donald Maclean, and this is his wife Sophie, right?
Sophia.
Sophia. She was native. And pictures on the wall are his sons called the Wild Macleans. They formed a gang and they were really bad guys for a while, but they eventually got killed. Back in the old days, most of the white men married native women because there wasn't a lot of white women that came over. Aw, this little dude here is scratching his neck. That must feel good, hey buddy? I'm gonna try it. Yeah, it works. All right, our stagecoach has arrived. All right, now we're going for a stagecoach ride. This is our stagecoach driver, Mr. Cowboy Dude. What's your name?
Fergie.
Hi, Fergie. Is this your first time on a stagecoach, Hansa?
Definitely.
This is how people used to travel back in the old days, back in Hansa's day. All right, now we're getting some speed. Woohoo! Ride 'em, cowboy. Now that's an old fire truck. This stagecoach is one of the original stagecoaches that used to actually drive along the Gold Rush Run. Down here, they have leather, so it actually floats on the leather, which is kind of like, acts like a shock. See? A much smoother ride than the one we were just on. Too funny, that is like an old brake. So how'd you like to drive one of these, Hansa? Nicer than a Harley? So that would be the brake right there. This is an old tack room. It's where they keep their horses in these little stalls here. And then they hang the saddles on these things here. Now we are in the native village. This is a traditional sweat lodge. People go in here and they have a fire, and it's kind of a spiritual thing. The natives used to use tanning and hides and stuff to make their clothing. Ooh, little face on that dude. This is what they used to tan the hides. Got a little bone here.
Yeah.
Like that. This here is a lean-to, and they used to build this when they would go out on hunting and fishing trips. Kind of like tents nowadays. And of course we have yet another winter home. We've been in quite a few of these already. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, this one's really nice. They've got displays and stuff in it. And here we have 3 different types of teepees. This is a drying rack that they use to dry their berries and their herbs. Fire pits like these were used for cooking. This structure was used for cooking soups and teas. These are friendship ties. They're filled with sage, and you're supposed to take them because it will give you good luck and make you have a safe journey. Hansa chose the blue one. Smell it. It's sage. It's their gift to you. If Hansa were a cowboy, this is what he would look like. And so ends our adventures on day 3.
Yeah.